Williamson. Our goal today was really to have a regional conversation amongst the leadership within our community to focus on how we move forward together to diversify our economy, to strengthen our region, to hopefully address some of the challenges that we have across the jurisdictions. So this is not just about one county, but the entire region. If we're going to be successful in addressing the toughest of the challenges that we have, it will take collaboration. To address issues like transit, to address issues like transportation infrastructure, to address sustainability issues. Water moves, it flows. And so what happens in one county sometimes, especially during a weather phenomenon, can affect another county. And so that takes planning. And so what we want to do today is simply open it up to any questions that you may have. We have the collaborative here on the stage to respond to whatever questions you may have.
Mayor Demings,
The easy questions first.
Oh, you're on the mic? All right. Loud as it is, I don't need it.
Mayor Demings, you spoke quite a bit this morning about solutions long-term for regional transportation. Huge potential costs in the future for that. Can you give us an update on what you'd like to see? And you mentioned the private sector getting involved. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yes, we know that in order to adequately address the transportation challenges that we have, to move people around in automobiles, we need also a mass transit system, a multimodal system. We know that that is in excess of 20, probably $25+ billion to adequately address it. You have heard much about the Sunshine Corridor. The number one tourist driver within our community, an economic driver within our community, is tourism, and that is within the International Drive area. It's a major job center, and so we've had the corporate community, for example, private sector with Universal Resorts of Orlando that has stepped up to the plate and said that if there's an expansion of the Sunrail system coming out of the airport running west, that they were willing to be a partner in that solution. Also, any potential expansion of the Bright Line train system. The owners of that system have a goal to connect us from Orlando to Tampa and from Orlando to Miami is already in existence. But in order to connect it beyond that, it will take collaboration across the region and significant dollars to make that happen. It can't happen without public-private dollars.
Mayor, I know you have spoken in the past with the commission just about the potential to bring back some sort of job tax incentives and kind of get some of these catalytic sites in the county going when it comes to development. Where do those sort of discussions stand just when it comes to bringing companies here or helping them expand?
So our fiscal year in Orange County just started October 1. Within this fiscal year's budget, we do have plans for film incentives. We want to go after some of that business. It tends to have high-paying jobs, and Roseanne Harrington, my chief of staff, she has been leading the charge on working with our staff to really implement the program. And so here very soon you will hear some announcements coming out. Given the direction from our Board of County Commissioners, we are moving forward with that to get some of that industry back into our area. We had it at one point, and the state of Florida did away with its incentives. There were no local incentives, and so the business went elsewhere. But because we're here today, right here at Full Sail graduates are truly immersed within the film industry. They are award-winning producers and technicians, etc., across the globe. And because of that, we have talent that is studying here, even at our universities, the other universities, UCF, etc., and they're leaving. They're leaving and they're moving somewhere else. So in order to keep those young people and that talent in our community, we have to have business opportunities for them, entrepreneurial opportunities or jobs. And so we're going after that to help, again, to further diversify our local economy.
Change it up a little bit for you, Mayor. How's the Doge thing going? You haven't heard much about the Doge in the past couple of weeks. Is that still, you want to comment on that?
It's a work in progress for us. You know, the state's Doge process, they had said that they would produce a report for Orange County within 60 days. We're beyond that. Unless it happens sometime this morning, I'm looking out at the county administrator and our other staff. We haven't received any feedback on their efforts. But I know we have Chairman Zembower here from Seminole County. So I'm going to let him come up because they went through the Doge process most recently, and he's been very active in his response. Chairman Zembower.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you first of all, for the collaboration that we continue to have across the region. Directly to that question, we're expecting communications from the CFO as to what their findings are. We've supplied additional information that they've requested and that my board has insisted that we send to them. So hopefully, forthcoming, we'll have some information or some answers as to our analysis. I know we're all waiting for the same thing, but hopefully ours comes sooner rather than later, as our citizens need that certainty of understanding what's truly going on throughout the county. Just to follow up to the mayor's comments, you know, we have the economic drivers in this community all throughout the corridor. We have a lot of the aspects. The one missing piece is the mass transportation. I think, as he's well put, a public-private partnership is one way to look at it, but a dedicated funding source, I ultimately believe, is where the vehicle lies to get this done. That's the only lacking piece, and the troubles and problems are, as we know through the region, the longer we wait, the harder it's going to get to do this whole initiative. So we're committed from Seminole County to do our portion and collaborate with our sister counties as well. So thank you, Mayor.
One more for you, Mayor. One more quick.
All right.
2028 is coming around. Looking for a new governor. Rumor has it you might be running. Would you like to comment on that?
The governor's race is in 2026.
I screwed that up. I'm a cameraman right now.
But I'm very interested in it. I'll leave it at that. I'll discuss it further in the very, very near future. But I have had the incredible privilege of being a public servant now for 4.5 decades in this community. And I love the work that we do. And next year, as I transition out of being the county mayor, I'll move on to other goals, and public services part of my DNA. In terms of our commission within Orange County, 2026 is going to be a phenomenal year because our Board of County Commissioners will grow from a total of 7 members today to 9 members. Potentially, there will be 6 new members of the Board of County Commissioners in Orange out of the 9. It could be 7. One of the commissioners is up for re-election. That is going to have a significant impact on Orange County and the entire region because of the leadership at that time. And so if I could say anything to our electorate, is pay attention to that election cycle. Who you elect will matter and will have a significant impact on the entire region for decades to come because of the decisions that that group will make. We want to ensure that that is an orderly transition from this current Board of County Commissioners to the next Board of County Commissioners.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Monica Hoyos with Florida National News. As Orlando expands, ensuring that growth benefits all residents, including historically underserved communities, it is a challenge. How is your administration embedding equity and inclusion into your economic development strategy so that growth doesn't widen the opportunity gap?
I can tell you, we all can probably address that. I saw Commissioner Arrington move forward, so come on up, Commissioner.
Thank you so much for that question. In Osceola County, where we're obviously a majority of minority community, one of the big things we've done is Osceola Prosper, where Osceola County, this is the 4th year in a row, where we're giving a free college education to every one of our high school graduates in our community, because we really believe investing in our community as a whole is the best strategy for economic development moving forward. Because if I can create kids who are well-skilled and well-trained, we can begin to fill the next jobs of tomorrow and actually lift up everyone in our community, because then we can create careers and not just jobs for our children, and then hopefully they'll stay within our community, stop the brain drain, and begin to create their own industries and businesses right here. And from our standpoint in Osceola County, we believe that's the best way forward to making sure everybody's got a fair chance at getting a leg up.
That's wonderful, thank you. And I do have a follow-up question though. What specific metrics will your office track and publish, such as economic growth, by zip code or job access, housing affordability, to ensure transparency?
Mayor?
We all keep a significant amount of data. I'll kind of go back to the first part of the question. From an Orange County perspective, and like all counties in the state of Florida, and really across the nation, there are some federal executive orders that are out now that essentially eliminated the MWBE and Minority Women Business programs as we knew them, and there are some significant changes there. However, what we are doing, what we're all doing, is focusing more on small business types of initiatives that allow any business, regardless of their ethnic, gender, orientation, etc., to be able to continue to do business with our respective counties. And in Orange County, that's really important to us. We are engaging with the Edith Bush Institute and some others to work with our nonprofits to make certain that we are assisting them in building capacity to be able to go after some of the contractual relationships that we have as a county. We are out in the community working to make certain that small businesses understand what it takes to do business with our county. As a result of that, we believe that we will continue to have small businesses that represent the cultural, ethnic makeup of our community. We just have to do it in a different way at this point. And so you can kind of look forward to that. Our business development area and office is doing a lot of community engagement. They're participating with our various chambers. We are hosting events through the National Entrepreneur Center here, which we're helping to fund. We're working with Career Source of Central Florida to help to prepare the talent to be able to take the jobs that we have in place. And so that's what I would say to you, is that in some ways, yes, this is a new world order that we're working within the U.S. and within Florida. But if we put our heads together collectively, we'll figure all of that out, because it's important. When you look at the people standing on the stage today, we come from diverse backgrounds. It's important to us that our community continues to thrive economically, and that all of those businesses out there have a fair shot at being successful. So we're working on it.
Excellent, thank you so much.
All right.
Mayor, I know there has been discussion about some sort of dedicated transportation funding, and some in the hospitality industry have proposed using TBT in some way and change up the bill there on that. Could that be a solution for some of the county's transportation needs, or are you guys looking at other ways to have a dedicated fund for that?
There's a lot will be happening with the next legislative session. The Florida legislature will convene in January of this year. There's no doubt with the state's goal of doing something with property tax reform. We don't know what that will ultimately look like, but there may be an opportunity there to expand the eligible uses of tourist development tax receipts. We just don't know. We'll wait and see after the legislative session. From our perspective, the tourist development tax receipts has helped to really enrich our community, to diversify our economy, and to sustain the high quality of life through the cultural arts for our community. We, per capita, one of the leading communities across America in what we are spending per capita on our cultural arts, and that's a good thing that has happened. So we do want to protect the tourist development tax. We want to continue to be able to have the local discretion in how it is determined how we will use those funds. Of course, we've seen preemptions by the state to take away local communities' authority to make decisions for themselves. So it's a priority for us that we're the division of government that's closest to the people, and we should have a role in making decisions for those people. And as a result of that, I think you will see from the Florida League of Cities to the Florida Association of Counties, you'll see concerted efforts to make certain that the legislature hears our voice from a local perspective to preserve our ability to make decisions for our respective communities. Government works the best when there is collaboration between all levels, between the federal, state, and the local government. And we have to get back to that era where it's just not a partisan kind of a discussion, but it is a bipartisan discussion here within the state of Florida. And that's the way it is in this region. When you look at our counties, we have bipartisan makeups. In Orange County, we don't run based on a political party. We're a non-party elected official, and we're here to serve all of the people, and that's what we're trying to preserve as our community. Okay, so I think that's the final question. Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you to our colleagues on the stage from across the region for being here.